Shalom, shalom. Today will be Ezekiel 11 through 15. And the Spirit lifted me up and brought me to the east gate of the house of Yahweh, which faces east. And see, at the door of the gate were 25 men, among whom I saw Yaazaniah, Yaazaniah? We're going to go with that, sounds better. Son of Azur, and Pelatyahu, son of Benayahu, heads of the people. And he said to me, Son of man, these are the men who plot wickedness and give evil counsel in this city, who are saying, Is it not near? Let us build houses. This city is the cooking pot, and we are the meat. Therefore prophesy against them. Prophesy, O son of man. And the Spirit of Yahweh fell upon me, and said to me, Speak. Thus said Yahweh, Thus you have said, O house of Israel, for I know what comes up in your spirit. You have increased your slain in this city, and have filled its streets with the slain. Therefore thus said the Master Yahweh, Your slain whom you have laid in its midst, they are the meat, and this city is the cooking pot. But I shall bring you out of the midst of it. You have feared the sword, and I bring a sword upon you, declares the Master Yahweh. And I shall bring you out of its midst, and give you into the hands of strangers, and execute judgments on you. By the sword you fall. At the border of Israel I judge you. And you shall know that I am Yahweh. This city is not your cooking pot, nor are you the meat in its midst. At the border of Israel I judge you. And you shall know that I am Yahweh. For you have not walked in my laws, nor executed my right rulings, but have done according to the rulings of the nations which are all around you. And it came to be, while I was prophesying, that Pelatyahu, son of Benaiah, died. And I fell on my face and cried out with a loud voice, and said, Ah, Master Yahweh, are you making an end to the remnant of Israel? Then the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, your brothers, your relatives, your kinsmen, and all the house of Israel, all of it, are those about whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem said, Keep far from Yahweh. This land has been given to us as a possession. Therefore say, Thus said the Master Yahweh, Although I have sent them far off among the nations, and although I have scattered them among the lands, yet I was for them a set-apart place for a little while, in the lands to which they came. Therefore say, Thus said the Master Yahweh, And I shall gather you from the peoples, and I shall assemble you from the lands where you have been scattered, and I shall give you the land of Israel. And they shall go there, and shall take away all its disgusting matters and all its abominations from there. And I shall give them one heart, and put a new spirit within you. And I shall take the stony heart out of their flesh, and give them a heart of flesh, so that they walk in my laws, and guard my right rulings, and shall do them, and they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim. But to those whose hearts walk after the heart of their disgusting matters, and their abominations, I shall recompense their deeds on their own heads, declares the Master Yahweh. And the cherubim lifted up their wings with the wheels beside them, and the esteem of the Elohim of Israel was high above them. And the esteem of Yahweh went up from the midst of the city, and stood upon the mountain, which is on the east side of the city. And the Spirit lifted me up, and brought me in a vision by the Spirit of Elohim into Kasdima, to those in exile. And the vision that I had seen went up from me. And I spoke to those in exile of all the words of Yahweh which he had shown me. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, you are dwelling in the midst of a rebellious house. They have eyes to see, but they have not seen. They have ears to hear, but they have not heard, for they are a rebellious house. Therefore, son of man, prepare your baggage for exile, and go into exile by day before their eyes, and you shall go from your place into exile to another place before their eyes. It could be that they see, though they are a rebellious house. And you shall bring out your baggage for exile before their eyes by day, and at evening go before their eyes, like those who go into exile. Dig through the wall before their eyes, and you shall bring them out through it. And you shall bring them out through it, probably as baggage. Take them on your shoulders and bring them out at dark before their eyes. Cover your face so that you do not see the land, for I have made you a sign to the house of Israel. And so I did. As I was commanded, I brought out my baggage for exile by day, and at evening I dug through the wall with my hand. I brought them out at dark, and I took them on my shoulder before their eyes. And in the morning the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, did not the house of Israel, the rebellious house, say to you, What are you doing? Say to them, Thus said the Master Yahweh, This message is to the prince in Jerusalem and all the house of Israel who are in their midst. Say, I am a sign to you. As I have done, so it is done to them. They are to go into exile, into captivity. And the prince who is in their midst is to bear his baggage on his shoulder at dark and go out. They are to dig through the wall to bring them out through it. He is to cover his face so that he does not see the land with his eyes. And I shall spread my net over him, and he shall be caught in my snare. And I shall bring him to Babel, the land of the Kasdim, but he shall not see it, and yet die there. And I shall scatter to every wind all who are around him to help him, and all his hands, and I shall draw out the sword after them, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, when I scatter them among the nations, and I shall disperse them throughout the lands. But I shall let a few of their men escape from the sword, from scarcity of food, and from pestilence, so that they recount all their abominations among the nations wherever they go, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, eat your bread with trembling, and drink your water with fear and with anxiety. And you shall say to the people of the land, Thus said the Master Yahweh, to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the land of Israel, Let them eat their bread with anxiety, and drink their water with astonishment, for her land is emptied of all who are in it, because of the violence of all those who dwell in it. And the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, and the land shall become a wasteland, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, what is this proverb that you people have about the land of Israel, which says, The days go by, and every vision shall come to naught? Therefore say to them, Thus said the Master Yahweh, I shall make this proverb to cease, so that they no longer use it as a proverb in Israel. But say to them, The days have drawn near, as well as the matter of every vision. For no longer is there to be any false vision of flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am Yahweh, I speak, and the word which I speak is done. It is no longer deferred, for in your days, O rebellious house, when I speak the word I shall do it, declares the Master Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, see, the house of Israel is saying the vision that he is seeing is for many days from now, and he is prophesying of times far off. Therefore say to them, Thus said the Master Yahweh, None of my words are deferred any longer. When I speak a word, it is done, declares the Master Yahweh. There at the start, I still don't know the correct answer, but when we started this, I was really wondering, like, what time frame is he in? Like, is is he is he somewhere near Jeremiah? But I don't know. It's weird because I'm half thinking, okay, well maybe Ezekiel's alive when Israel is still in Israel. I don't know. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel who prophesy, and say to those who prophesy out of their own heart, Hear the word of Yahweh. Thus said the Master Yahweh, Woe to the foolish prophets who are following their own spirit without having had a vision. O Israel, your prophets have been like foxes among ruins. You have not gone up into the breaches, nor do you build a wall for the house of Israel to stand in battle on the day of Yahweh. Their visions are false, and their divinations a lie, saying, Thus declares Yahweh, when Yahweh has not sent them, yet they expected the word to be confirmed. Have you not seen a false vision, and have you not spoken a divination of lies? You say, Yahweh declares, when I have not spoken. Therefore thus said the Master Yahweh, because you have spoken falsehood, and seen lies, therefore see, I am against you, declares the Master Yahweh. My hand shall be against the prophets who see falsehood and who divine lies. They shall not be in the council of my people, nor be written in the record of the house of Israel, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am the Master Yahweh, because they because because they have led my people astray, saying, Peace, when there is no peace. And when one is building a wall, see, they are coating it with whitewash. Say to those who coat it with whitewash, It shall fall. There shall be flooding rain, and you, O great hailstones, fall, and a stormy wind breaks it down. And see, the wall shall fall. So shall you not be asked, Where is the coating with which you coated it? Therefore thus said the Master Yahweh, I shall break down with a stormy wind in my wrath, and a flooding rain in my displeasure, and great hailstones in wrath to consume. And I shall throw down the wall you have coated with whitewash, and bring it down to the ground, and its foundation shall be uncovered, and it shall fall, and you shall be consumed in the midst of it, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. So I shall complete my wrath on the wall, and on those coating it with whitewash, and say to you, The wall is no more, nor those whitewashing it. The prophets of Israel who are prophesying concerning Jerusalem, and who are seeing visions of peace for her when there is no peace, declares the Master Yahweh. And you, son of man, set your face against the daughters of your people, who are prophesying out of their own heart, and prophesy against them. And you shall say, This is what the Master Yahweh said. Woe to the woman sewing cushions for all joints of the hand, and to those making veils for the heads of people of every size, to hunt beings. You hunt the beings of my people, while you keep alive your own beings. And you have profaned me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to put to death beings that should not die, and to keep alive beings who should not live, by your lying to my people who listen to lies. Therefore thus said the Master Yahweh, See, I am against your cushions by which you hunt the beings like their birds, and I shall tear them from your arms, and shall let your beings go, the beings you hunt like birds. And I shall tear off your veils, and shall deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall no longer be as prey in your hand, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. Because with falsehood you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and you have strengthened the hand of the wrong, so that he does not turn from his evil way, to keep him alive. Therefore you shall no longer see false visions, nor practice divination, and I shall deliver my people out of your hand, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. And some of the elders of Israel came to me and sat before me, and the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts, and have put the stumbling block of their crookedness before their face. Should I let them inquire of me at all? Therefore speak to them, and you shall say to them, Thus said the Master Yahweh, Every one of the house of Israel, who sets up his idols in his heart, and puts the stumbling block of his crookedness before his face, and shall come to the prophet, I, Yahweh, shall answer him who comes according to his many idols, in order to lay hold of the house of Israel by their heart, for they have become estranged from me by their idols, all of them. Therefore say to the house of Israel, Thus said the Master Yahweh, Repent, and turn back from your idols, and turn back your faces from all your abominations. For any one of the house of Israel, or the sojourner who sojourns, or of the sojourners who sojourn in Israel, who separates himself from me and sets up his idols in his heart, and puts the stumbling block of his crookedness before his face, and shall come to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me, I Yahweh shall answer him myself. And I shall set my face against that man, and make him a sign and a proverb, and I shall cut him off from the midst of my people. And you shall know that I am Yahweh. And if the prophet is deceived, and shall speak a word, I Yahweh have deceived that prophet, and shall stretch out my hand against him, and destroy him from the midst of my people. And destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. And they shall bear their crookedness. The crookedness of the prophet is the same as the crookedness of the inquirer, so that the house of Israel no longer strays from me, nor be made unclean any more with all their transgressions, and they shall be my people, and I be their Elohim, declares the Master Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came again to me, saying, Son of man, when a land sins against me to commit a trespass, and I shall stretch out my hand against it, and cut off its supply of bread, and send scarcity of food on it, and cut off man and beast from it, then eat from it, even though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they would deliver only themselves by their righteousness, declares the Master Yahweh. If I cause an evil beast to pass through the land, and it shall bereave it, and it shall be a wasteland, so that no man passes through because of the beast, even though these three men were in it, as I live, declares the Master Yahweh, they would deliver neither sons nor daughters, they alone would be delivered, but the land is a wasteland. Or if I bring a sword on that land, and I shall say, Sword, go through the land, and I shall cut off man and beast from it, even though these three men were in its midst, as I live, declares the Master Yahweh, they would deliver neither sons nor daughters, for they alone would be delivered. Or if I send a pestilence into that land, and I shall pour out my wrath on it in blood, to cut off from it man and beast, even though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, declares the Master Yahweh, they would deliver neither son nor daughter. They would deliver their own lives by their righteousness. For thus said the Master Yahweh, how much more it shall be, when I send my 4 evil judgments on Jerusalem, the sword, and scarcity of food, and evil beast, and pestilence, to cut off man and beast from it. But see, there shall be left in it a remnant, who are brought out, both sons and daughters. They are coming out to you, and you shall see their way and their deeds, and shall be comforted concerning the evil which I have brought upon Jerusalem, and all that I have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you when you see their ways and their deeds, and you shall know that it was not for naught that I have done whatever I did in it, declares the Master Yahweh. Then the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, how is the vine tree better than any tree, the vine branch that has been among the trees of the forest? Is wood taken from it to be made into any work? Do they take a peg from it to hang any vessel on? See, into the fire it shall be given for fuel. Both ends of it the fire shall burn, and its middle shall be scorched. Is it fit for any work? See, when it was intact, It was not made for work. How much less when the fire has burned it and it is scorched, shall it still be used for work? Therefore thus said the Master Yahweh, as the vine tree among the trees of the forest, when I have given to the fire for fuel, which I have given to the fire for fuel, I shall give up the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I shall set my face against them. They shall go out from fire, but fire I don't know why I'm stumbling so hard right now. I was doing so good all the way up to like right now. I'm going to start over. 6. Therefore thus said the Master Yahweh, as the vine tree among the trees of the forest, which I have given to the fire for fuel, so I shall give up the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I shall set my face against them. They shall go out from fire, but fire consumes them. And you shall know that I am Yahweh when I set my face against them. And I shall make the land a wasteland, because they committed trespasses, declares the Master Yahweh. I'm not sure, as I've already stated, what point in time this is. I have to assume it's after Jerusalem has been, I don't know, my mind wants to put Ezekiel as a part of Israel, and they've already been exiled, and he's with Israel in their exile, and Jerusalem is about to get ransacked. I don't know. Or this is after everything has been exiled and there's just a remnant, because he's like, Master Yahweh, are you going to destroy all the remnant? So like, is he seeing what's going on with Jeremiah to a degree? You know, like, I don't know where we are. It's interesting, but to say the least, pretty sure nothing's still changed. Where are we at? I don't know, but basically it was like, you're not doing my stuff. I really wish you'd turn back and do my stuff. But as always, may Yahweh bless you and guard you. Yahweh make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahweh lift up his face upon you and give you peace. Thus they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I myself shall bless them. Shalom, shalom.